Attempt 2. This is attempt 2. So far, we seem to be okay. Computer's making kind of weird noises, but we seem to be okay, yeah. All right, I think we're good. Fire tickers, we're going to play one quick game because we froze before, so let's cut the bullshit. We're going to play one quick game. If you tell me the ticker, I take the trade. I'm going to have a whiskey because I like to trade drunk, especially when I trade you with tickers. Let's get this show on the road. You tell me the ticker, I will take the trade. I need to do this before I move back to England because my mum and dad won't let us play these silly games. Weird ring. My mum and dad won't let us trade drunk when I get back home, so we'll have to play the game now. Okay, we're in. KNDI, let's go. KNDI. KNDI is monster run on monster volume. First green day. Loads of bag holders. Squeezing back up. I could potentially take that. Squeezing back up. Let us just check the float on KNDI. To be honest, I might take it. I mean, look, it's not the best trade in the world, but it's just squeezed all the way up. What you got percentage-wise? 685. See how much the borrows are? KNDI, 100 shares. Oh, shit. I'm showing you my account and stuff. You are not meant to see me account information. Fuck. Anyway, I've done it now, whatever. That's me, basically, just so you guys know, that's me, broker. I use Speed Trader to trade. Let me go on here so you don't see my account details again. All right, fuck it. Borrowed 100. I don't think my account information's, nah, there's no account information up there. You good. KNDI. Order for 715 short. Did I get it? 714. Did I get it? Nah, not yet. Come on. 713. Oh my God. Filled. So I am short KNDI from 100 shares filled at 713. Let's kind of look at why. Okay, so the reason why I'm short KNDI is basically because Bruno said KNDI, let's go. But there's more reasons than that. I didn't really check the flow. We'll just see where it is. But basically, KNDI went on a big run. It gave it all back. What we now have is really big volume resistance here. And then we've got this death drop. Yeah, it's kind of first green day, a bit of a gap. So it might push to go higher. But what I'm probably expecting is KNDI will just come back down to like the 680s, 690s. Probably a waste of commissions, but we've squeezed up and it'll just probably come back down because it doesn't have enough volume or momentum to beat the bag holders who are in this place here. So I'm just long term, I don't think this is a long setup. In terms of the short term, I think it's just squeezed a lot of shorts out, so it's probably going to come back down. That's basically it. KNDI, I'm hoping to cover like 7, 690, something like that. Any advice for how not to overtrade mediocre setups, only focusing on the best setups? Yeah, just trade one pattern and nail it. Like I just basically short gap as. So my advice to you would be just like learn one setup, first green days, first red days, gap as, overextended gap as, overextended parabolics, second green day dip and rips, Tim Bone plays. Like there's endless trades you can take. So then let's look at ROKU. KNDI, I don't even think it's a good trade, but I'll probably make 20 bucks on it. We'll see. And I'll go through all the trade suggestions and then I'll tell you what I made or lost at the end. But ROKU, for sure, you've got this push straight into the resistance. It needs to break this resistance and be an all-time high breakout. Otherwise, it's not really a trade. I do really like that trend break. But the only reason the trend's breaking is because it's hit resistance. And when these trends break because they've hit resistance, they can quite quickly double bottom and break the resistance. So ROKU is a nice, when I play by trend break, what I mean as well is like, look, this is, 1 second. Yeah. This is on an upwards trajectory trend. It's just snapped. Normally, I love playing stocks that shouldn't be green on the day. They shouldn't be up, but for whatever reason, the break trend, they're very good indicators of short, but that's only when the daily is very weak. This is a strong daily because it's gearing up to make all-time new highs with the artificially propped up stock market because Donald Trump's propping it up so he wins the next election. This is looking to go to all-time highs with the market. So this isn't a first green day trend break. It's more of a long, but you can't take the long because it's at resistance. KNDI, I'm still flat. I'm looking at it on another screen. You like to trade drunk. I like to trade high, 420. I mean, look, I'm getting fucking fat. So when I go home, I won't be doing it because I'll be trading during the day. I don't know how you trade high. I've never tried. I'll try for sure. Hopefully I won't lose everything. ROKU is probably a good long tomorrow. Fly Smith, just making the transition from Forex to penny stocks. Can I ask you, Fly Smith, did you ever, because my mate's gone into Forex as well, he makes money like every week and he's a total noob. Can you make money in Forex straight away, but then you lose after? How does it work? KNDI is junk. I'm flat on it right now. ROKU, we've already said. Alex, just keep an eye on this and let us know if it's all working fine. It seems to be working fine. Everything seems to be running okay. The only thing going down is KNDI because I'm a fucking celebrity. And I'm treating it like me bitch. Okay, the latest suggestion on you tell me the trade and I take it, and I'm not bullshitting you. You guys told me KNDI. I didn't know what it was. I just took it. It was the first one. I take it, and the aim is for you to make money for me. Polar, let's take a look. Things seem to be working quite well. Polar is a short into resistance on this massive 120 million volume. I like that about it. I don't like how clean the chart is. The chart is very clean. This is a very nice breakout. Since give it back, this is the type of short that I'd take on day 2, not day 1. It's a little, oh, dude, it's just fucking squeezed. Yeah, I don't trade shit when I don't have information on it. Like, this can do anything. Like, if this can have a day 2 into like the 3s, 320s, 330s, then for sure it's a nice short, but it is too early right now. Say a comment already. I'm done for the day trading. Hot boy, how did you do, you little sexy cunt? What do you think about NAC and AK? Oh, KNDI, we're already down. Let's see how much I'm up KNDI. It's going to be whopping. KNDI, I am up nothing. That's weird. My average cost is 713. All right, I'm up nothing, but I'm nearly in profit on it. That's okay. Let's take a look at NAK. KNDI is going the right way. I should get the 680s on that. So whoever suggested it, thank you for helping make me money. NAC, your little NACA. NAC's just had a death drop and it's bouncing back up. It's into resistance. It might fill the gap. It might not. We will never know. This gap here is what I'm talking about. It's not a long because it's a terrible chart. It's not a short because it's at resistance. It's a no play like most players today. Do you agree that you've lost your mind a little bit trying to figure this thing out? No, not really. I would say that everything in life makes no sense, and I try and figure it out in life. And trading is the only thing where I haven't lost my mind, and it does make sense. That's what I'd say. So trading follows logical order and rule, and it's the only thing that I understand, because everything else in this world I can't get my head around. Trading is the only thing I don't lose my mind on. I lose my mind in the world. When you're tracking new potential setups, do you keep the criteria strict or cast a wide net? I don't really track new setups. Like, I just watched Tim Gratani's DVD and he said short first red days. And then I watched another DVD and he was like, I was losing going long on gappers, so I just started shorting them and tracking them. And then someone else said short first red days, it's easier, so I did. And then I started seeing gappers go parabolic, like stocks run 2 days, then have a big gap, and I was like, I'm just going to track them. So I don't have a wide net. I just see opportunities, like business entrepreneurs see gaps in the market. I see patterns in the market. Sometimes I see a stock that fits my setup, but no catalyst or news as to why it's going, or maybe the news is a few weeks old. Do you trade stocks with no news? I mean, as a short, I look for no news. That's my favorite thing. Because if a stock's up for no reason, then that's a brilliant stock to short. But long big C, I was short that. So no, I don't really. I certainly wouldn't probably long a stock with no news unless it's got like a history of having a huge range on light volume and it's trading heavy volume that day. Big C was something I was short yesterday. I made 600 on it. Let's see what we're looking at with Big C. I might take it long as well because it's a $100 break, right? No fucking way! Oh my god! I was short this off the 100, and I took from 99 to 94. I cannot believe this squeezed to new highs. This is a classic example of a fucking excellent breakout. This is the perfect 52-week high breakout. Look, it's an IPO, so the chart's really clean, but there's enough data. We've had some weak price action. We're at resistance. Open up. We open at 108, 106. Drop down to the support. Hold the support and rip. This is the fucking perfect multi-year, multi-all-time highs breakout. It is the perfect cleanest one you can get, which is why it's ripped 50% today. It's absolutely fucking beautiful. I mean, look at the pre-market. You've got the breakout. I mean, you've got $100 support. You've got 104 where it closed yesterday. It dips briefly below and then just rips at the open. And then look, there's just no, like, you put a trend line on that thing, there's no turning around. And then you've also got this kind of, I mean, look, it's very, you don't have to sell until it breaks trend, and it doesn't break trend until $134. And then what you have to do after that is just draw the trend the other way around. Once you get this trend to the downside break, and then you get this higher low, you're quite good. Higher low, higher low, higher low, and then boom, it's away. Big C is a brilliant, brilliant 52-week high breakout. I thought about it as a long today. Didn't take it. I'm not too long biased, but I mean, look, you would have made. I mean, I took 50 shares, because you don't have to trade with a big account on this. I took 50 shares from 99 to 94 short yesterday, because I was shorting into resistance, right? It's got these wicks. It's got a history of failing on these wicks. I made $600 off 50 shares with a $6 move. Imagine you took a $50 move today on 50 shares. You've made about $5 grand. Swagger, that is a fucking brilliant breakout buy. Fly Smith, Forex, yes, I believe it's the same success odds as penny stocks with similar pitfalls and challenges. I've been dabbling for 10 years. Nah, it's okay. That's enough, mate, but thank you. Where's the entry? What time will you do when you come to the UK? Yeah, just trade. I mean, look, dude, I'm up about $8 grand this month. So providing, like, I should close about 9 or 10. So look, if I make $10,000 a month, that's like £8,500 a month. Like, there's no job in Newcastle where I'm from that makes £8,500 a month. Like, there's just none. So, like, I'm making 4 times the average salary trading. So I can't justify getting a job. I'm better just working 3 hours a day doing what I love. Do you know what I mean? Let's take a quick look at what I'm doing. Thank you. I am up $1 on KNDI. It is coming down a little bit. So whoever told me, you have made me $1. Alex, what are you trading? Alex is here, right? Drizzle's here. Feel sad that my comment was ignored. Hang on. I didn't see your comment. You fucking factory worker. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. You're going to be a full-time trader soon. Drizzle, me fucking computer shut down and now it's reopened. You don't. Will you write the comment again, Drizzle? Dr. Z Rider. I call him Drizzle. It's really Dr. Z Rider. Swift trades. I'll meet you in Jasmine for a few and some one-to-one training. Yeah, I need to figure it out. I might do some boot camp in Newcastle or something where I teach people how to trade and rent an office space. But or you can just pay us in pints or something. We'll figure it out. Are you from Newcastle, Swift? Junk is not who he used to be. Not crazy enough to short Tesla. Let's take a look at Tesla, by the way. I might short it right now. One sec. Let's get back on the main screen. I might short Tesla right now. That's a breakout. 2,150 break. It's up too much. Sorry, I can't show Tesla today. Anyone have any other stocks? KNDI, I'm up a little bit. That's it. Yeah, dude, if you come up, we'll sort something out. Tesla's really running, break out the new highs. It's fucking crazy, this stock. 2,162 is nuts. I would absolutely come to boot camp in Newcastle if you hosted one. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing it. I think I might do one in Newcastle, one in Manchester, and one in London or something like that. Because I know for a fact that I'd get like at least 15 people in each one. And so I don't want to charge much, but say to cover the costs or something, I charge like £100 for 8 hours to talk and hang out. £100, 10 people, that's £1,000. That £1,000 is going to cover me train tickets, a hotel, and some beer money. So I'll not turn a profit on it, but like I'll meet people, teach people, and help people. So HTBX, I saw it was an okay pre-market short that I missed. Yeah, it's same thing as the rest of them. It's a short into high volume resistance. It's down a lot, so it's not my favorite. But when you get in this fail in action pre-market, you can take a starter, add into the push. Didn't get the push. Don't cover too early because you give back your profits. I'm short GoGo and Wix. You short Wix again? You see, did VIVE? Nah, VIVE reclaimed VWAP, by the way. I was looking at shorting VIVE, but fuck, I was going to short VIVE as well. Looking at VIVE short pre-market in the 71s, it's so light. Alex, everyone say congratulations to Alex. He had his best day ever. He made like 3K yesterday. He's on like a fucking 5K a week or 6K a week or something crazy. Alex is fucking taking off right now and he's a consistently profitable trader. So maybe say good job, Alex, if you want. GoGo I looked at. It's up from the 350s to the 550s. So it's not up. It's not up loads, but the overall chart isn't great. It's got this series of running green day, which I don't really like. Intraday, you've got the crack. Well, I mean, that's why Alex's took it. He saw the crack, squeezed back up, cracked again. But I mean, you can tell it's a quiet day because Alex is trying to take these fucking, he's taking 5%, 6%, where normally I trade with Alex, we'll go for like 10, 12, 15, 16. It's a quieter day, so I think he's took this. But I mean, for me, there's not enough meat on the bone. I'm not going short of stock. It's all right, but it's not a good enough setup to, KNDI. I mean, look, I took KNDI. Basically, I'm not going to criticize Alex though, because I took KNDI off a random user. So, and I only did it to play a game on the internet because I'm bored. But if you guys remember, I took KNDI at 714. It's now at 704, so I'm up 10 cents on KNDI. Thank you for the 10 cents. the guy that made it for me. Works I've already got borrowed for, so I'm tempted if this has come back a bit. It's crazy how much volume. Like, look, this volume moved this much. The same volume didn't move it at all. It's the power of the chart history on the daily. Yeah, Works, you might, look, it's obviously going to crack, but again, it's only 20% up. You might get another 3 or 4% on that thing. Descending triangle, you've obviously got your descending triangle, you've got your base here, and you can see the lower highs. So good, mate, like, obviously, all right shorts, not my favorites, mate, but I know that you're just adding on 100 here, 100 there to your day. What's the tax situation like? Fucking non-existent. I'm not paying tax. I'll just go as a tourist for a month or two, and then I'll fuck off somewhere else. You could VIVE? Fuck. Let's take a look at VIVE. I don't know if you shorted the push or not. You must have. Did the same thing as yesterday. I got stuck in VIVE. It was a fucking disaster. So like it went down a lot. Like look, the stock went from the 1s to the 77s. VIVE fucking fails every time, right? Look, the daily is absolutely terrible on it. It even failed on the day it ran. I was short in around the 1s, and I got squeezed all the way up to the 140s. I wasn't in much size. At worst, I was down about $1,000, and then I actually cut it and lost $1,000. So I lost $1,000 on VIVE. If I'd have held it like a fucking true champ loser, I would have made about $2,000, and I would have passed me 10K a month. But you've got to take your losses. You've got to cut your losses. At the end of the day, if you're down $1,000, like, look, I cut VIVE in the 132s right up here. And if I'd have held, I would have made about 2,000 or 3,000 on the day. Even if I just held a few more minutes, I would have made $1,000 on the day. But I cut VIVE at $1,000 loss, because if I go down 1,000, I mismanaged my trade. And if I mismanaged my trade, I have to cut it. It doesn't matter what this fucking situation is or what's going to happen. I fucked up, and I have to pay $1,000 as a penalty for it. Mike Bailey says, fair play, Alex. Congratulations. He deserves it. He's come on leaps and bounds. Alex bought me, I've got this guide where I teach people how to track data, how to put it in an Excel. I've got loads of data that I organize and refine. Then I've got graphs that analyze the data, and then I've got a DVD explaining it all. Alex bought me guide, and then later thanked us for us helping him become consistently profitable. So I really like the kid because he's followed some of my learnings, and he's like one of the first people who's like learned from me. And then he's probably going to go on to be better than us, to be honest. I hope he does. The smart little intelligent Russian who's really American. Okay. Yeah, he says he's just scalping because he's bored. Just, Alex, don't get caught in a fucking trap. Don't get caught in a squeeze. I've been in the squeezes more than you lately. I'm just warning you because I've been in them. So you're on good form. I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm just looking out for you. Yeah, I trade with TradeZero. Go on my Twitter. There's a link to access the broker. Even though Polar is down from the big volume spike in June, it shouldn't have bag holders because it's such a low float. I agree with you on that, but every other trader is looking at the daily. So if everyone sees a terrible chart history, they'll just think, shorts will think short, longs will think I'm not buying. So even though the float does tell the true story and is accurate, the reality is if people think something, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So if all the shorts think it's longs, like shorts will be like, oh, it's a short. Even though the float's low, they'll be like, it's a short bot. And longs will be like, it's not a long bot, the low float. So the float is only a bot. We're playing a guessing game in trading, so it's not like real. It's hard to say, but it's not real life. But yes, in reality, the float is low, so there are no bag holders. But that people still think the daily's terrible, so I'm not going to take it. So that means you can't take it anyway. It's a weird one. Do you use trade ideas? I don't know what the fuck trade ideas is. To be totally transparent, I use stocks to trade, and my broker is Speed Trader. So like I really look at Speed Trader charts for my entries and exits. I use stocks to trade for my scans and the fundamentals and an overview of everything that's happening. And I use simultaneously, I use stocks to trade and Speed Trader, which is DAS. I use both to check the charting to get like a sort of a double take of what I'm trading. So I kind of use two charting platforms. So we had one, Bootcamp and Ireland. Oh, David O'Connor, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, Ireland. I'm from Ireland, 1, 2, 3. I was with your man the other day. He's a really good guy. Potato from Ireland, 1, 2, 3. He's good crack, that one. He's good crack. Your man the other day. Oh, as I went to Ireland once. I stayed at a hotel, and I said, "Can I get you a paper? Can I get you a paper? Can I get you a paper?" I went to an Irish hotel the other day, and they said, "Can I get you a paper? What would you like to read in the morning?" I said, I like to read the Times, because the Times is a very good English publication. And the woman said, "If I can't get you the Times, what'll it be?" I said, "Well, what will it be? It'll be a disappointment. I'll be really disappointed." Later, I found out she meant what is the other choice that I'd have. Might do a bootcamp in Ireland. David, I just met the other day. He jumped into a chat with, well, that was cool. I shorted works at 230 and covered at 250. All right, let's take a look at that, and I'll try and help you and give you some advice. By the way, I'm up 15 cents on KNDI. So KNDI is about to break $1. So whoever told us to show KNDI at 7.14, it's now breaking into the sixes. So thank you for making me money, friend. So what did he show? 230 to 250. Look, first of all, works as a terrible chart. It's a high volume resistance short that is somewhat bag holders, even if it's a 5 million float. It's hypothetical bag holders, we can call them. So you shorted at 230. So you're probably shorting at the open, right? So yeah, dude, it's not the worst short. I mean, look, to be honest, I shorted at, I thought this was going to fail at the open. I was short at 2, and then I had to cover it on the way up. But where you went wrong, B Jones, is that you shorted at 230 one shot. Like with escorts, you get one shot sometimes, but if you pay more, you get multiple shots. The methodology here is to not go for one shot with an escort. Treat works like a working girl. You don't go for one shot. Stocks aren't like prostitutes. Stocks are like, you need multiple shots. Works is not a one-shot kind of working girl. So with works, like, look, ultimately, the daily's terrible, but it's one of the few stocks that are running, so the demand in the market might go to this stock. So with works, look, I thought it was going to fail at the open. The minute-by-minute volume is what? Like, look, I thought it traded more than this, but the opening minutes were like 800,000, 700,000. It's not a lot. Like, it's not a lot for this day and age with this level of volume. But with works, like, I shorted it in the like 2s, and then I cut it, and then I reattacked higher. And even though I reattacked higher, I was still underwater. So the advice that I'd give you with works, look, the daily is fucking shocking. It is a lot. It is down a lot off its highs. Look, all you can really do is look for the first red candle on the 1 minute chart. So look, I would enter here on the first 1 minute candle. So you've got, yeah, and I'm wrong, right? So enter the first 1 minute candle, 230, comes down, breaks new highs. You've just got to cut it. So if you enter at 228, you've just got to cut it at 238. You've lost 3%. Look for the next red candle. The next red candle's here, and at this point it's so overextended. I just add a couple of times, and it might be a bit reckless, but that's how I trade. Because it's not going to go from 2 to 3. That's a 30% spike with no consolidation. I've never seen a stock really do that ever, except VIVE, which was the other day, and that's some sub penny piece of shit. But other than that, it doesn't happen. So because look, it's nature of law that when a stock goes from 2 to 3, shorts hit it, longs take profit, and it comes down. I mean, look, if it's super strong and it's fundamentally got a reason to go up, it will give that 20%, 30% retracement before ripping again. But naturally, this junk daily, it has to come back down. So yeah, take your first red. Look, even if you have to, take your second paper cut, short here at 254, goes higher, you have to cut it again at 262. You take 2-3% losses. 3% losses adding to a 6% total loss. Then you have your final push and the 260s, and look, starts coming down. Next pop, adding to a winner, add more size, because these are only third size positions. You're only taking a third size or a quarter size when you're trying to find the top. So you've got 6% loss at a quarter size. When you find the top and you're adding into a winner, you're adding full size. And what are you taking here? Say on average, you're in about 252 full size. So you lost 6% quarter size. Now you're in at 252 full size. And what you take from 252 all the way down to, let's say, 2. So you take from 2 to 250 is what, like 30%, 20%, something like that. So you take a 6% loss finding the top on quarter size, and then you take a 20% gain, or you don't do it perfectly, even 10%, 15% gain, full size, which is 4 times more size than quarter size, and you're also taking 4 times the range. So you can see how it's very profitable, and that is the secret to looking at the daily resistance and thinking this is pretty much guaranteed to fill, but I'm still going to take quarter size, third size, find the top, short the first red candle, try and find the backside. And this is a stock that doesn't really run like this. This is a soup de journée. It's one of the ones that ran more than it was meant to. Normally it's much more easy than this to get them. Anyway, I've rambled, but it's a good point. Are you the one that just sent us $50 right now? Swift, I just got $50 payment through. Is it you who just sent it now? Oh yeah, it's digital. It's an online link. I'll send it on email. If you haven't paid, it's paypal.me/JONK87 if you want to buy it. It's $50. Someone just sent through a payment. I don't know if it's you. KNDI, I'm up on. I want to get Will Carriman on, but I don't want to be associated with him in case he kills someone. He's threatening to murder Yanni and murder Kim and murder the police. And I'm like, I don't want to be associated with someone who is likely to kill someone. So I did be like, I put an Instagram out and I was like, oh, Will, I support you. I think you're bipolar. So if you've got a mental illness, like, fucking understand. Like, I get up and down, I'm high and low. I'm not bipolar, but I had a problem with anxiety, and I was pretty low sometimes. I was on medication for a while. I've been off it now, thanks. I saw Sam Dagash. You guys saw the interview. He got us off the medication, and I've never been happier, never been trading better. But I understand mental illness. I've experienced it a bit, well, for a few years, and them drugs are a nightmare. They're hard to get off and they're horrible on, especially if you're drinking. So it's so I tried to sympathize with him, but then he started talking about murdering people. I'm like, I can't be affiliated with someone who's a murderer. Lol. Dude, you're fucking white, no? It's not racist if you're white. I can't do an American one. Let us get another whiskey and then we'll be on it. Here I am, it's me. Look, everyone, it's Stephen Johnson. Is it the real Stephen Johnson? Yeah, it's the real Stephen Johnson. Do an American accent. I can't do it, man. Hey, man, that skate park was pretty rad. It was pretty cool. Guys, if you don't follow Will Carriman was a penny stock fraud scammer. He's now completely lost it and got mental. I really recommend WILL space Karaman. his stories are fucking funny, but you're laughing at kind of a guy going crazy. So also check Guru Leaks. He got arrested in a mugshot. He looks like the Joker on his mugshot. Charlie Travers. Guys, honestly, I come on here for half an hour, and I think your strategy is to keep us on as long as I can to get drunk. Do you pay attention to pre-market highs, even if there wasn't much volume, just because it could be a sec? Yes, exactly, Charlie. You're getting it now. This is the point that I was coming to with the not with the what was it? TYME short, TYME or another one. Yeah, but this was the point I was making exactly before. It might not literally matter, like if it's a low float, but it's down a lot. It matters psychologically, but it literally, fundamentally, it doesn't matter, but psychologically it does. And that's the exact thing with the levels, yes, Charlie. Because people stick to levels. Like if you're a short and it's a VWAP reclaim, you're underwater. You're in dodgy territory. If it breaks high day, you're pretty fucked most of the time. And pre-market highs are one of those levels. Just a lot of fucking transsexual porn is on my watch list tomorrow because it's quiet as fuck. I've got nothing right now. Swift looks like a handsome man. I shouldn't make two bisexual jokes at the same time. Enjoy the raid, 83. Hello. Was me mate. What's the $50 for? Like, guys. Steven sells a DVD for Gap and Crabs for $50. There you go. That is what the DVD is for. I wasn't going to explain because I couldn't be bothered. I'm lazy because I can't utter the words to make $50. It's just like whatever. What is your whiskey of choice? Hibiki. Hibiki whiskey is the Japanese whiskey. Purple label. It's fucking amazing. It's from the Suntory factory. But it's like 120, 140 quid, which is not like, obviously trading, we're making way more money than that every day, most of the time. But I've grew up from not a very poor, but I grew up from a poor family. So I'm like too cheap with money still, even though I'm making some. What about the tracker? The tracker? It's part of the Excel that comes with it. All the stats are included as well, correct. Nice, Florin. Jameson's Black Barrel. Apparently that Conor McGregor proper 12 whiskey, I've had that. That's all right as well. But look, we're running live stream. We fucked up the first one. Again, just for those who didn't see it, a lot of the software that I use to check for dilution. So guys, if you get dilution, or if you want to like research a stock really quickly, because like SEC filings are an absolute nightmare, right? So now what you can do is you can use flash-SEC, and it gives you all of the SEC filing information immediately. Not immediately, it takes a couple of seconds. They're working on the speed and on live stream. But just check this out. So you've got like immediately you've got the market cap, the shares outstanding, the float, the percentage who's float. Now you can kind of get this information on not the institutional owned. You can't really get the float in most places, not accurately, but this actually reads SEC filings for you, so you don't need to go through the 10Qs and the 8Ks. And with the financial information, that could just be taken off Yahoo. So you can get some of it on Yahoo, but you can't get an accurate float on Yahoo. They don't even offer float, they just do shares outstanding. But what's really good about it, the best part of it, is that it gives you, it goes through the 10Qs and it finds the warrants through the algorithm or the automated data reading. So like you don't have to understand the SEC filings. You just have to type the ticker. It's $50. Type the ticker and it tells you like the price of the warrants, the S1s, the S3s, the 424B5s. It finds everything for you, and it doesn't just find that. It tells you like what dilution is available to be used and what's already been diluted and used. So flash-SEC, if you use them, mention my name because I make $6 off every person, which is life-changing. Love the live streams. They're very informative and with humorous parts. Clint, you're the one who's the cowboy guy from Texas, right? You've been following for about 4 years. No, you might not be from Texas. Martin Brexka, looked Eastern European a little bit. I listen to all the Steady Trade podcasts every day commuting to work. I like your honesty the most. Stay like that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, a lot of, and guys, fire tickers if you want. I think it's a quiet day. There's none, but KNDI. I think I'm still up on KNDI, but let us check how much money this guy's made us who told us to show KNDI. $9. That is not bad at all. $9. I'm gonna put a cover in for like 692. I'm probably gonna make about $30 off this, which for if you're a new trader and who never wins, I just took a pick off the internet and won. Trading is that simple. It's that easy. You can just go on the internet, listen to what a stranger says, and make money. So I'm really pleased about that. So I'm putting a buy order in KNDI for 692. And I should make about $20 off a stranger's advice on the internet. That's really cool. The more I be silly, the more viewers I get. The more I talk about stock trading, the less I get. It's funny. Can't beat the, what did you say, David? I cannot beat the Hibiki. Potato, cannot beat the Hibiki. It's 1, 2, 3, really, really good. It's really terrible. I'm winded. Sorry, David. But we'll chat more in the future. What was your long? Oh, CGIX was a nice long eye. That's a good one to talk about. As we break through fucking 50 people on the live stream. I think the most I ever got was 100 once. I think I was thinner then, though, and more people wanted to look at me face and body. CGIX, absolute gap and crap eye in hindsight. But look, you've got all of the telltale signs with CGIX. And by the way, I think Alex made about $1,000 a day. I made 1,500 a day. So when you think I made £1,300 a day, and I'm not that phased by it, that's how trading gets you. You start not being bothered. You get used to it. You get used to winning more money. It's crazy. 4 years in the game though. CGIX, it looks like a big gap and crap, but it's not. Honestly, like, what I love about CGIX is it's a low float, which you can find out on Flash SEC. You've got this break of 9, and it's got record volume on a low float, and it's like cancer. If I remember CGI, yeah, Cancer Genetics is the name on the top. And also on Stocks Trade, you can score profile. It's biotech, cancer from New Jersey. But with CGIX, I was like, this is a long. And I was wrong. And if you follow me longs, I'm wrong most of the time. But this one I was right. I took 15%, but ultimately I failed. But CGIX, I mean, look, it fucking really ripped out the open. Sorry, and this is all-time highs. So this level here is 52-week highs. So the stock is 52-week highs. It's massive volume. It's low float. It's cancer, and the chart isn't really that bad. It's got like history. Last time it ran, it gave it back, but it's not like a fucking downtrending chart. It's a pretty clean chart. There's not much baggage or dilution. And I mean, just for fun, so what I would normally do if I was going long is I'll go CGIX. And we're waiting, what, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds on Flash SEC. This is $50 a month, by the way. But it's much better than going through the SEC filing. So look, Cancer Genetics, float, 2 million. Float held by institutions, 20%, which means the float is actually like 1.6 million. Financial information, they've got 4 million assets and 6 million in liability. They're down about 1 million. So obviously, like all research and biotechnology companies that are trying to find cures to cancer, God bless them all, trust in the divine. They are in need of money, like any biotech. Look, when it comes to the registrations, though, no shelf, no 424B, nothing. They've got no dilution, because it would be dilution here. So it's a low float with no dilution at 52-week highs. Alex was short this. Alex, I'll ask, Alex, will you answer again? Do you think this is a good short in hindsight? No dilution, low float, high volume, 52-week highs, cancer. 6 reasons to go long right there. And I'm not talking small volume. I'm talking 100 fucking million traded on the day compared to previous days of nothing. Very clean chart. Look, it started to fail pre-market, which is normally a sign it's over, but with the dot, look. I mean, look, you did all right. I mean, Alex is short from what I can remember. He shorted around the 980s and he risked high of the day, and he got lucky and he got the 8s and the 7s. And look, ultimately, I mean, ultimately it did come down. So ultimately, I wouldn't say it was a terrible short, Alex, because you're right. But I mean, in this game of speculators of the financial markets of the US economy, all of the signs are bullish and all of the signs are bearish. So in the game of speculation, Alex was wrong, but in reality, he was right. It did come down. But I mean, what I'll give him credit, he shorted around, yeah, and he got like risk and higher day shorted. I mean, this is head and shoulders, right? So you've got the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. You've got the perfect head and shoulders pre-market fail here, and then you've got the downtrend, risking the head, which is the high of the day. So it's not. I mean, look, it's fundamentally and technically, it is a terrible short. But no, fundamentally, it's a terrible short. But technically, he kind of nailed the technicals. And Alex is a very good technical trader. As I most of the time. Sorry, me. Yes, weirdly itchy, and I got weird OCD. But anyway, my long, and let's go through this like step by step because there's nothing else to talk about, and I'm trying to burn time to get through a minute. Let's just go through this step by step. So look, pre-market, head and shoulders pattern, but we've got high volume, low float, cancer, no dilution. So what we want, if you're a long, you want to see big volume opening candle. And we're going to zoom in a little bit. We're going to really do this. Okay. So this is pre-market, 915, 918. We need big volume. Like we're talking like 1 million, 2 million for it to run. First candle, 400,000 goes red. So you're thinking, look, it's traded like 8 million pre-market. It's a fucking $9 stock or an $8 stock by now. No $8 stock trades 9 million. A penny stock, a $1 stock might trade 8 million pre-market, but an $8 stock does not trade 8 million. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money invested in this. So when you see 400,000 on an 8 million stock at $7 pre-market, you think this is a trap and it's probably going to squeeze up. It's unlikely. Look, there's no dilution. There's no reason for the stock to go down. The news is cancer. It's 50. It was 52-week highs. This stock, look, if it traded 2 million at the open, pushed and failed, right, give it a good go. But 400,000 at the open and a small drop, there's something suspicious about that. So we continue, and I'll get to where my long was. We got a push, failed. And then look, when you get a stock which has all the reasons to be a long, and it trades 400,000 at the open, it's like volume. People are like, is it going up? Is it going down? As soon as this candle comes, you're like, this is the turnaround candle. However, it's too risky to buy. You need to wait for the confirmation that it's going to push. And then all of a sudden, look, normally you get the biggest candle of the day in the first opening minute. Here we got the biggest candle of the day in the 4th minute. Why? Because the market makers, or they, or who, are trying, or the hedge funds, they're squeezing it up. They're letting shorts get trapped on the pre-market fail, and then they're squeezing it up because the more shorts that are trapped, when they do buy, because it's got every indicator to be a good long, it's actually a good investment, it's a good long. Apparently, it seems right now. When it does go, the more retail shorts that get trapped, they all have to buy when it squeezes, and that makes the squeeze even bigger because all the shorter covers are covering, which are buying. Then all the red to green buyers are buying, and then everyone else is buying who's buying because it's actually a good buy. Everyone buys at the same time and it rockets the stock. So this is my thought process. So look, the real money comes in on the 1 million candle. You get the push. I don't want to buy this because I want to see like a higher low. I want to see confirmation, double bottoms, higher lows are more technical confirmation. So I'm waiting for that higher low. We get the push. We get the push. It's holding. It's deciding what to do. This doji is a holding candle of what do I do? Comes down. Now I'm thinking if this makes a higher low, I'm in. So this is the bottom. You have to take, don't worry about pre-market levels. You need to take the levels with the most volume, and when it opens, it trades the most volume. So this is the low with the most volume. It's a low of 600,000 on the day. So this is the low that matters. I'll get rid of this because I think it's a mistake and it's confusing. This looks like it's holding. You see that it bottomed, and now I've got a green candle. This is a higher low because this low is higher than this low. So that's a higher low. When the stock opened, it pushed to 875. It originally opened at 680, pushed to 875. This is now a higher low. I'm buying off this higher low because it's got confirmation it's going to push. So by the way, I'm up 20 cents on whoever told us to trade KNDI. Thank you for making me money. I will not give it back. So on CGIX, I bought this higher low and you're trying to buy it as near to the higher low support as you can. At a push, you want to be probably risking the low of the day, but I'm not confident enough with longs to do that. I was ready to sell if it broke this higher low. So, because then the trends broke. So 750, what a surprise it holds 750. It's a whole $half number. I bought at around 760. Everyone else recognizes it's low float, no dilution, massive volume, higher low, cancer. Everyone's thinking the same thing, right? It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy and it runs. It pushes, breaks higher day. It doesn't rocket through higher day, it just breaks higher day. And when it doesn't rocket through higher day, I'm like, all right, I'll take it off. Only because I'm not a good long trader like shorts. And by the way, I took 15% on this. This move from the 760s to the 9s was 15%. It was up like 100 plus on the day. But I took this off around the 8s or something like that. I can't remember exactly. Held. And then look, basically, look, it should, if it's going to rocket through, even more volume should come in. We should see 1 million, 2 million, 3 million on the day, or at least more volume or the same volume. But it doesn't rocket through. It holds. It thinks about it. This little hammer candle is like, oh, yeah, we're going to support the new breakout. We can support it. Then here we've got, like, we're pushing new highs. But this isn't a big push. We've only took it's a small green candle compared to, like, this one and this one. So you can see that in terms of technical analysis, the momentum isn't there for the push. Maybe we can consolidate and hold. But then, look, when you get this, I mean, look, you've got at a push, you've got like a wedge. At a push, you've got like a wedge here to break out buy from. Like, look, this is almost a breakout buy wedge, but not really. So if it all of a sudden drops to 8 and then pushes to 9 and springs off, then you've got another buy, but you don't get that candle, you get the drop candle. When you get the drop, you're like, all right, this two things: either it's going to fail, which is unlikely because of all the fundamentals, or it needs more time to flatline, consolidate, and then we'll get a run. As it happens, we get the second push. Again, it doesn't break out very high. We get another try at a breakout, doesn't break out very high. And then because it's like, look, first attempt, second attempt, double top, broke out but didn't break out very much. Broke out again, didn't break out very much, fail. But at this point, it's holding. Everyone's thinking, what will it do tomorrow? And it's because all the buyers coming at 9:30, 9:35. What if they release news again? What if it squeezes high tomorrow? And then honestly, you get a terrible, terrible after hours. And the stock, there's too many longs underwater and it can't do anything. And that's the story of CGIX. Hope I told it well. Yeah, dude, like CGIX was a really good long. It just didn't work. It's just one of those things. There's not much volume in the market anymore. That was a long analysis. Love the streams. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Answered that. Hibig's the best. All right, we've got 5 minutes left and we've done an hour, and that's my job as a person who is trying to help. Look, my my aim is to help people for free as much as I possibly can. And obviously I'm doing it for fun, right? I do this because I enjoy it. I do it, but I enjoy it because I enjoy giving back to you. I'm not doing it because I'm like, oh, fuck, I love attention. I'm doing it because I love giving back and helping people for free. Very few traders give this information for free. I started 4 years ago. I wanted to learn the information from the best people to give it for free. Because I get inspired and I get excited to change people's lives so they can leave shit jobs like the shit fucking wanker boss that I just quit my job for. So I'm really glad I can do that. But I want to empower more people like you guys to do it as well. And Daniel, that was a very long answer, but I've done it. You should always, I mean, you focus on both dollars and percent, but like obviously you focus first on percent because you need to make it 5%, not 5. Like right now, I'll like make 8%, 10%, 12%, 15%. I always focus on making like 10 to 15%. But then when you start doing it for a living, like I'm doing it for a living, Alex is doing it for a living, you have to focus on dollars. Like, what size do I need to short to make $1,000 today? Or what do I need to make $1,500 today? Yeah, I mean, you have to think like, okay, like I'll make at least $700 on this trade with this size. Obviously, you have to be what you're comfortable with, but yeah, you have to think that. We love you. I love you, Elliot, and you're on every live stream, motherfucker, every single one. It's beautiful. What percentage of days do you roughly what percentage of days do you have literally no opportunities and make none because I'm addicted? Now, basically, like, look, like you guys will all know I famously got tied up in Positano in Italy. Tim Sykes, I flew out to Positano to see him when there wasn't Corona. And he tied us up so I wouldn't make any trades. And quite rightly so, like I didn't know what I was doing at all. But you get so adapted and malleable to the markets over time. Like I've been trading 4 years now, so I can really find it quite easy to spot many, many ways to make money. Like, I mean, look, like it was quiet yesterday and I took $100 stock to 94. It broke out, granted, but the short was there. I made $600 on a $100 stock short, 50 shares. Like when you get better at trading, it's very easy to find opportunities. Not easy, but you can find opportunities. Like even on a terribly, like today there was 2 opportunities, 3 with VIVE. I missed it. Maybe there was 4. Like I missed maybe there was 4 opportunities that I saw to make money. Normally there's like 30. Like it was fucking quiet. I took 2 and made $1,500. You can always make money every day. There's always a play, especially in this market. There's generally always a play. And if there's just 1 or 2, then take it with a bit of size and you'll hopefully make $1,000. But on the days like, look, when I had me 10K and 15K months, like there was opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. It was crazy. So to answer the question, what percentage of days do you have no trades? None. Every day there's always opportunities. You always find it. Drizzle, it's a good short after it pushes and consolidates 30% off. If you're talking about CGIX, I don't know if that will go higher or what. Pricey, I don't agree with that. Yeah, I'm not sure which one he's talking about. Polar popped. How do you view the midday random spikes? It depends. It depends how the pop. So if it just pushes like very quickly out of nowhere, then I generally short them. If it's a descending triangle on a weak stock and it pushes, it's generally just shorts getting on top of each other. I'll short that. If it's a grind, I got caught in a short squeeze the other day and I nearly lost my full day profit. If it grinds and then goes parabolic, I won't add to those because the steady grinders up are generally quite big squeezes and you don't know what the top is. You certainly don't want to be buying early, shorting early. All right, there's a lot of questions. I'm gonna have to get another drink. I'll be back. I should not. I bought a bottle of whiskey, and I'm gonna drink it over a few days, but should not have bought a bottle of whiskey. But I'm doing it because my parents want that is, and yes, I'm 32, but I live with them for the next few weeks, so it's the rules I have to do. Anyway, Alex, I think statistically it's a good short. Fundamentally, it's not 50-50 trade either way. You guys are talking between yourselves. Why are you shorting on a catalyst plus better time to short this afternoon? How do I answer this? James, track data, track setups, track kappas, and you will find that the most money is made shorting in the morning. I can guarantee it. The biggest percentage gains are shorting in the morning. So, but when you comment that, like you're a new guy, I think you're a newish guy. Like I don't mean any offense. Coming from a place of love and positive energy always. I think I mean, I know that you're wrong. I know that you're wrong. I think someone's told you that and you've repeated it, but that's not true. Yeah, and there's Alex's. Yeah, catalyst doesn't mean crap in the market. Follow the vote. Yeah, so Alex has backed it up. I didn't even see that. Yeah, I mean, James, you need to do some studying, I think. Catalyst does matter. Look, the way this should be tackled is the volume is the reaction to the news. So the volume qualifies and determines what is good news and what is bad news. So ultimately, volume trumps news. Volume decides what news is good and bad. You don't even have to decide because the volume decides for you. Therefore, the volume is way more important than the news. That's just to put that to bed. It's catalyst. I would say catalyst doesn't mean shit. It does, but the volume determines it for you. The volume qualifies the news. So if you have a strong catalyst and the volume's not there on the day, then it's not obviously a strong catalyst, or there's something else bad with the company. Price action trumps everything, basically. And look, Alex has made about 10 grand this month. I'm up like nearly 10 grand. Alex is up like 12. So trustworthy, James, unless you're up like 20, 30, 40K, just put this one to bed that we're right. Hang on, but this is YouTube where everyone keeps trying to save. I'm not far off 50K profits this year, 4 years in the game. James, look, I know that you look like the guy from Breaking Bad, and I respect that you look like the guy from Breaking Bad who was like, bitch. Like, look, it's cool that you are like looking like the guy from Breaking Bad, and I respect you for it. And you might sell meth, I don't know. But on this YouTube live stream, if it's me or Alex, trust us, this is not a drug deal gone wrong. This is legit good advice. I'll leave that one. Oh, fuck no. Dude, I'll definitely take it. Dan Irish, by the way, is a fucking legend. If anyone who's watching this can message Dan Irish or tweet Dan Irish and say, Stephen Johnson fucking loves you and your pattern and what you are doing for trading, please do. Dan Irish is one of my favorite traders. After Roscoe and Alex and like John, if he ever showed up, and who's the other guy? Bram, like these are my top 5 favorite guys ever. And Dan Irish is one of my top 5 favorite people ever. This is his style, but it's not at the same time. Because I spoke to Dan Irish, he told us like more or less what his style is. I don't know how much, I don't think it's that clean unless he told you he took it. Like he plays the triangle wedge breaks, and that's not a really clean one for me. Look, I mean, it could skyrocket, right? But again, it's like it's got a ton of volume resistance, and on the daily, no, KNDI, oh, that's all right. KNDI didn't fail. I'm still up on it though. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of support on it. The wedge doesn't work properly. Maybe you know more than me, but it's not for me. I want to hear more from James from Breaking Bad. James, will it be a Breaking Bad 3? Can you tell me if Breaking Bad is going to have another series? Because I love it. I'm not sure if you're going to be part of it or you're going to act in it. But if you could act in it, like, I would love to see another one. But Swagger, I don't think that's a triangle break, brother. I don't think that's right. If I could ban people from this, I would ban people. I'm with Alex. Oh, no. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Bruno. I thought you were agreeing with the guy from Breaking Bad. Yeah, of course. Catalysts mean fuck all in penny stocks. All these companies are shit. Fucking look at KNDI had a catalyst, but also Kodak. Kodak had a fucking catalyst from the government. Donald Trump talked about Kodak. Look where the stock is now. These companies are fucking shit. The only thing I'm watching right now is trannies because the market is so quiet, man. But yeah, I'll try and do a live stream one morning. And to be honest, I'll do it because I trade with Alex a bit in a little room. I'll get Alex on and we'll do a live stream where we'll both put a watch list together and discuss the trades together. Because I'm sure Alex is up for helping people for free as well. I mean, to be fair, I mean, look, news does matter. Like, HTZ was a good short, but it did run. GNUS, yeah. Clint, that is me, the Texan, and I've been profitable for the last 2 months because of you. Dude, that is music to my fucking ears. That makes me go to bed happy with a pizza. You've been profitable the last 2 months because of me, still underwater, but getting better. Peace and God bless you. Clint, please, like, look, I'm trying. Clint, there's only a few people who followed us from, no, there's loads of people who followed us from day one, but there's only a few who've like commented on all the videos. Clint, I want to help you for free. I want to help you get better. Please, just tweet us on Twitter or something, Clint. Let us teach you for free, no strings. I want to help you. All the guys who've been watching from day one, I will help for free. So I'm glad you're getting profitable, but please let me get you further on faster. Learning a lot from you, Stephen. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. Thank you, brother. And I'm presuming, Mike Bailey, I know you as well, but I'm presuming that is your son, maybe, and you're not 8 years old, because if you're learning a lot at 8 years old, you will be a phenomenal trader later on. Presuming that's not you, it's your son. But thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. And oh God, KNDI is coming back. If whoever told us KNDI, if I lose, I'm going to be pissed. Part of the game. Short, Paula. Guys, this is fucking trading. One's like, oh, it's a fucking Dan Irish trend break, and the other one's like, oh, it's short. It's not a long hour short, guys. It's fucking first green day. It's too far off its highs as a long. It's a first green day, so it's not a short. Guys, stop looking for action. Stop fucking around. You cannot trade off an intraday pattern. You need all of the catalysts on your side. You need sector, news, like to a degree news, sector, news, volume, float, dilution. Daily pattern is everything. Intraday setup, time of the day. You need everything on your side. Like, that's 8, 9 variables. You can't just fucking randomly show polar and be like, oh, lower high, first green day. You can't do that. Like, you need to be precise. Like, 95% of traders lose. You to be in the 5%, you need to be fucking precise, not just like, oh, lower high, intraday. Like, you need like 8 indicators on your side, not like fucking 1. Pink lady, I'll read pet. Oh, why the fucking drinks are finishing so quickly every time. Yeah, I can explain volume resistance. It's a good question. So like on Voxel, if you look at the daily, I'll short this a whole bunch. So volume resistance is when Voxel traded Hope the computer. Oh, I hope not slowing down. Hang on. Now we're good. So when Voxel went on this run, let's see if I can clear it. So when Voxel went on this crazy run, Voxel is one of the worst companies of all time, but when it went on this parabolic, like, and it's crazy, right? Because back in the day, like 2030, no, 1 year ago, 2 years ago, it did no stock trades 320 million in a day. But when this stock ran, it on the last day, it traded 320 million volume. So now that means like people like traders trade based on volume resistance. So there's levels everywhere, right? So there's a level at 2, there's a level at 130, there's a level at 58, there's a level at 114. You can mark levels anywhere on the daily, anywhere, based on where the stock opened and closed on the daily. So there's too many levels to look at. So what traders look at is the heavy volume levels, because if a stock couldn't break through a level or if it supported a level, with volume, that means the next time it trades less volume, it should support the same level. Or if it's not going to break through a level, because say if a stock tries to break through a level at 100 million shares on the day and it doesn't break, it's not going to break it on 50, right? Like that's kind of the mentality. So to separate all of the levels, you choose the high volume levels. So this stock traded 320 million volume. So then you think, look, if it traded 320 million, the top is massive. Where it closed is massive. Where it opened is massive. And where the open is massive. So you take the high volume levels and you kind of keep them in mind. And then look, like it failed here. So then if you just look on a daily, so you can, I mean, I don't know this, I've never tried it, it'll probably react to the levels. So your first red day, I mean, look, first red day, look, it pushed to the close, failed, and it bounced off the opening price. So you see how these levels, look, this next first red day failed and bounced off the high volume level resistance. This, it tried to push back, failed off the opening price. Then it failed, big wick, failed off the bottom closing wick. You see how like then it closed at this level, couldn't break the closing level, and then fell apart. So by high volume resistance, this is what I mean. KNDI, I think I'm not going to make any money on it. Loving the new attitude and success, brother, and a 3.1k profit a day on GAXI. I don't think the attitude's changed. I think I'm the same all the time, no? Dude, that's a fucking sub penny. Nice breakout though. Again, it's the same as the breakout on the fucking IPO. I forgot the name, but it's the same thing. I mean, look, this breakout's not as clean. That BIGC was the IPO. Like this breakout is super, super clear. It's really nice. Again, like it's a tiny stock, but and you don't get the support level to buy off on the daily. Dude, it fucking fell apart, by the way. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a clean breakout, but it's such a low company. I don't know how this is even. Yeah, it's OTC. It's on the Nasdaq. That's me. Fuck, get the fuck out of town. So Mike Billy he's actually 19 years old, but he looks much younger. Fair play, mate. Mate, like I'm 33 and I look like I'm about 90. So when you're 30, you look fucking young. Me too, brother. I don't know if it was. VVPR is like a sketchy, low float, scammy company. I wouldn't say VVPR was Dan Irish's play, was it? I mean, look, you can check the 15s as well. See on 15s if you would have bought it. Yeah, I mean, look, I think this maybe you would buy. Yeah, maybe that's a buy from, but I don't see anything else. Edgar Tan, last one, because we've been going an hour and 20 minutes. Andrew here. Fuck off, you stupid cunt. Hello, Edgar. Are you signing off? Last questions, last things, whatever. I'm done. After I called that guy, the Breaking Bad guy, he never come back. I don't know where he went. Hot boy, didn't say anything. I need to take off this trade on. By the way, KNDI is breaking back through. So whoever took it, I see it cost is like $4. So this episode of You Tell Me the Ticker did not win. I lost like $4 on it, so I'm pretty pissed. And I've probably paid $3 commission. Good man. I'm just fucking with you, by the way. All right, guys, I'm signing out. It's been a successful-ish episode. What have I made or lost? Hang on, let's check. I'm down $1, but I'll pay $2 each way on fees and $1 borrow fees. That's $5. This episode of You Tell Me the Ticker and I Will Take the Trade has ultimately right now failed. Doing this live stream has cost me $2 in, $2 out, $1 borrow, 5, and I'm $1 red, 6. This being on YouTube live stream has cost me $6, but luckily I'm up 1.5K on the day, so it's all good. Could have been worse. Yeah, dude. When I'm back home, when the crowds come back after coronavirus, 100%. I'll be. Me dream is to take me dad to all the games and get him good box seats and that. Do something nice for me father and all that. Hopefully, I'll make enough money and I'll get me dad like. There's boxes in the Sage on Hall, obviously the East Stand, like all of that stuff. I'll get him to games. Cheers, good man. All right, see you later, guys. Leaving comments, hit them now. Pixie, I'm gonna just put a stop in at like 7. No, KNDI. Let's check the daily on that. It's horrible. I'll just put a stop on 717 because I don't really want to be in it. So yeah, I actually lost money by helping you guys. That sucks. It's okay though. It's probably not going to happen. All right, peace, guys. I'll see you later. Thank you all for watching.